It's hard to pick the best submissions ever because each one brings its magic, but there are five that always rise to the top. Moments when fighters showed mind-blowing technique, perfect timing, and the kind of surprise that leaves the crowd speechless. I'm talking about Anderson Silva's triangle armbar, Demetrius Johnson's flying armbar, Chan Sung Jung's brutal twister, Frank Mir's giant-killing knee bar, and Royce Gracie's life-changing arm lock. These finishes weren't just great, they were legendary. Stick around till the end because the final story might just be the most surprising of all. Let's jump in. Back in 2010, at UFC 117, Anderson Silva faced the trash-talking Chael Sonnen. Sonnen dominated Silva, pinned him down, landed punishment for nearly 5 rounds straight. Everyone thought Silva had lost, but then, in the last minute, everything changed. Silva reversed Sonnen, locked in a tight triangle choke, and smoothly transitioned to an armbar. Sonnen tapped. The crowd exploded. It was spectacular, especially after being so close to defeat. Silva had survived the storm and struck with a technical masterpiece. That moment showed that in MMA, 1 second can flip the whole fight. Fast forward to UFC 216, Demetrius Johnson, a fighter known for mind-bending skills, took on Ray Borg. Johnson landed an armbar, but what made it unforgettable was how he spun Borg in the air as he finished the submission. It looked like a magic trick. Borg flipped, tapped, and fell. Johnson's move combined power, balance, and art, all in one fluid motion. In just a few seconds, he captured the attention of fans around the world. Now, we go to 2011, at UFC Fight Night 24 in Macau. Chan Sung Jung, also known as the Korean Zombie, fought Leonard Garcia. This fight is famous for unbelievable heart and wild action. But at the end, Jung shocked everyone with a twister submission, a rare neck-twisting move so brutal, so uncommon, that it's still the only successful twister in UFC history, according to Bleacher Report. Garcia was screaming in pain as Jung locked it in. It was brutal, unique, and totally shocking. In 2008 at UFC 81, Frank Mir took on Brock Lesnar, a massive, strong wrestler who almost seemed unstoppable. But Mir, a technical ground specialist, managed to lock in a knee bar on Lesnar. It's rare to see a fighter use a knee bar so perfectly that it breaks through the power of someone so much bigger. Lesnar tapped. Mir created a moment that belongs in every highlight reel of all time. The final part of this top 5 takes us back to 1993, in the original UFC 1. Royce Gracie, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master, faced Kimo Leopoldo, a much larger, more powerful fighter. So, there we have it, 5 unforgettable submissions that combined technical brilliance, perfect timing, and jaw-dropping surprise. They were all important, but let's break them down even more. Under 4, Anderson Silva's triangle armbar. You were watching a dominant Sonnen wrestling Silva for almost 5 rounds. Then, Silva reversed him in the final seconds and locked in a triangle into armbar. It was a comeback for the ages, showing mental toughness and supreme skill under pressure. Demetrius Johnson's flying armbar. This move was visual fireworks. Johnson didn't just tap Borg, he spun him mid-air as he finished. Hard to describe, easy to watch, and impossible to forget. Under 3, Chan Sung Jung's twister. So rare it's almost mythical. Jung didn't just defeat Garcia, he twisted his neck and spine in a move so sharp and sudden, people still re-watch it in disbelief. Under 4, Frank Mir's knee bar. Under 4, Brock Lesnar was the heavy favorite. He was bigger, more powerful, undefeated in MMA. Mir's knee bar shut down all of that, showing that technique and patience can topple size and strength. Under 5, Under 4, Royce Gracie's arm lock. This one sparked the entire MMA explosion. It proved that a smaller fighter, using technique and strategy, could beat a bigger opponent. The moment Chemo tapped wasn't just a win, it was a revolution. But wait, there's one more submission that always circles back into the discussion. It's not just popular, it's the top answer when fans debate this list. It combines everything: technical skill, shock value, and timing like no other. Under 6 FC 162 July 2013. Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva. Silva, the reigning middleweight king, had never lost in the octagon. He taunted Weidman, dropped his hands, and showed off his head movement. Everyone believed Silva was untouchable. Then Weidman threw a perfect left hook, catching Silva's chin, dropping him face first. Silva went out, fast. The king fell in his own kingdom, and the MMA world exploded. This wasn't just a submission, it was a knockout coupled with a slam that stunned everyone. So where does Weidman's finish go on the list? Surprisingly, many fans consider it the most iconic finish of all time because of everything it did: dethroned a legend, ended a dominant streak, and shocked the world. But technically, it was a KO, not a submission. Now, it's your turn to weigh in. Which of these 5 submissions do you think is the most unbelievable? Was it Silva's last-minute miracle, Johnson's flying trick, Young's painful twister, Mir's technical knee bar on a beast, or Gracie's historic arm lock? Or does the heartbreak of Silva's knockout finish outrank them all? It happened at UFC 234, when John Jones grabbed a brutal guillotine choke in the final round to beat Alexander Gustafsson. It ended with Jones collapsing on top, mouthpiece flinging, and the fight stopped. Fans say it was an unplanned miracle, a crushing fin that delivered shock, drama, and the kind of finish that defines a legend. It's not always in top 5 lists, but maybe it deserves a spot. Or maybe your list should include it. Thanks for watching this journey through the top 5 submissions of all time. If you loved reliving these classic finishes, hit the like button, subscribe to Nina Scoop for more MMA stories, and drop a comment. Which sudden submission freeze-dropped your jaw? Because in the octagon, one perfect move can rewrite history. Let's keep celebrating those moments together.